Hello to our viewers and welcome to our channel, Podcast.Surface. We are new here. My name is Alex, and together with my colleague,
Ivan.
we're going to discuss about various subjects like politics, history, psychology, and most important, life. So Ivan, let's start. In our previous video, we did tell our viewers that our next subject is going to be Christian theology and J.B. Peterson. So, my
Yes.
first question is, in general, how do you see work of J.B. Peterson?
Well, I think he's very impactful towards young people. As you know, most of his, audience is are young men, basically. I think he's very productive in his advices for getting your life back in a way. When you are messed up, when you don't have a job, when you are in some big life crisis, then I would say it would be the best option for you to listen to Jordan Peterson podcasts, or even to, I don't know, to read his books. And together with that, I think you can get the motivation for a new construction of your life. In general, I see that he is today one of the leading figure in the Western thought. And when I say the Western thought, I would say that he is maybe the only one in the West, at least as far as I know, who has such a deep impact on young people, who is a sort of a new philosopher with great ideas, not just about how to get your life back, but also how to be useful in society, how to be useful for other people. And also, his books are very, other than podcasts, his books are very um, profound, and they touch various subjects. And I think many young men can relate to it because we didn't had in the past we didn't had such a big, let's say, a voice who would speak for us in a way that we can relate to it. So yeah, basically that would be in general, just by saying for the beginning, that would be my opinion.
Yeah, but do you think he's having a good influence on young people? And if so, why?
Yes, he definitely does. I have many of my friends who are also, let's say, followers in a positive sense. Um, he has good influence because he is giving specific and concrete advices on how to um, do some good things in your life and how to implement those advices in your life. That's the main reason, because the first thing, for example, what he is saying is that when you're in crisis and when you don't know what to do, there are maybe two things that you can do. The first one is to, as he says, to sit on your bed and to be totally honest with you and to simply ask questions. Uh, where where does this all is leading to? What are my mistakes? What are my faults? And stuff like that. So what he's trying to say is that in whole honesty with yourself, you will always know what is the right answer for your life. Secondly, he's also saying that I will quote him from one of his interviews. He said, "It's not okay for you to be a weak loser, and also it's not okay for you to be as you are in a way." Now, the way I am understanding that is in today's modern societies, you have people and you have society itself, and they are telling you, you know, you are fine as you are. You don't have to be very ambitious. You don't have to be very prestigious. You don't have to aim very high. His advices are different, and I think they are positive because you definitely have to be aiming towards more good in life and towards more, I would say, towards more productive things in life. It's not okay, as he says, to be a weak loser again, because many of us are, even when we don't think we are. Just uh, being, for example, on a work you hate, having no friends, no intimate relationships. It's just a hint of the things that I'm saying here. Uh, Maybe they are not the things that could be justified as being loser in a way, but you can aim more higher than that. I think any of us can, and I think we who grew up here in the West, I think we should have this type of mentality. So to be to conclude with your question, I think that this is the main reason why he is affecting very positively on young people today.
He is in a way talking a lot about religion. How does that help?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He is, in a way, people are very. I mean, people. When I say people, I mean certain groups of individuals. Of course, not generalizing. Um, that helps because many of them are not talking about religion, and because, especially maybe in Europe, since we at least here in Eastern Europe, we had communism, and we didn't spoke about religion, and we always thought religion is something backwards, which definitely is not the case. It is something very positive, and every man, in a way, should have some spiritual life. It enriches him, and Peterson is simply from my understanding, he is not a Christian. He is not a follower of any Abrahamic faiths, but in a way, he is finding himself. What I'm understanding from his lectures, he is still finding himself, and maybe the most influential story he found is the Christian story, which is no surprise since Christianity is the main religion in the West. Um, But talking about religion is firstly giving a new space for religion. It's giving back the space where we can say that religion is something positive, and that it is something where we shouldn't be ashamed of. You know, we God is important, and simply there are various religions, of course, and anyone can choose in what he or she will believe. But I think that bringing the topic of religion into a public space for young people is very important because it gives us hope, because in the end it is um, uh, a very good way of not just looking towards material world. So yeah, that would be the case why he is talking about religion a lot.
Did he help
So that
you?
Uh, yes, I mean, I would say um, in my personal life, in some cases, especially maybe with getting my, as he says, act together, and in religious sense, I would say yes. I became, by listening and reading his books and lectures, I became more spiritual. I did found my own path in not just in religion, but in this spiritual way. And definitely, I started to be more productive in my job, on my job, in my personal life, and in my relations together with my friends and colleagues. So definitely, he did.
Uh, how do you see the importance of faith in God in a personal life, on a personal level growth?
I think it's very important. Um, we have material world and we have the spiritual world. We should definitely combine the two. Um, I think in our most darkest times in our lives, we need hope, which can be found in God, but also in our most joyful times in life, we should find gratefulness together with God. So these two things are making us more diverse. They're making us more. They are making us to become a better people. And in the end, I think that we are, uh, in a way, focused more on improving other people's lives because we are not becoming selfish. We are becoming unselfish, and we are through faith in God, we are becoming more merciful towards all the people in the world. So it is definitely important, and we should pay much more attention to it than we do it now.
So Peterson is basically also talking that young men should go to church often. Do you think that view is right?
Yes, of course. If you're a Christian, then it would be the best thing for you to go to church. But he's saying he's thinking about it, um, maybe in a way that this can bring structure in someone's life, and that maybe this can bring some sort of more bigger spiritual growth. So definitely, when it comes to Christianity, I would say people should go to church more often, and especially this goes for young people because in most cases young people are not attending church on Sunday. Um, Therefore, it is very, by my opinion, it would be very um, productive, spiritually productive to be in church every Sunday because also there is one more reason because it is not possible to live uh, religion by yourself. You always need teachers. You always need people with the same belief system. Um, and in a way, when things are hard, when you are losing your faith, for example, you definitely need someone to talk to. And in Christianity, the church, of course, is the best place to go for it all.
How do you disagree with his views?
You know, when I started to listen to him, I was thinking that he is too dark and too negative. because all of the time he is talking that people might become resentful and uh, bitter, and he's repeating those words all the time. And I was simply thinking, who is this guy talking all the same words all the time?
Mm-hmm.
But when I went to think about the deeper meaning of them, I understood he was right. The only thing where I would disagree is I think he needs to spread his message more to women. I think it's not only young men that in millennial generation that needs advices. I think women too needs much more, maybe, because today we have somehow crisis in the sphere of these issues with women's rights, for example, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe also the thing about where I disagree is he was talking about Islam. This was one thing that I have noticed. He held, I think, 3 or 4, I'm not sure, podcasts with some Islamic preachers, and in a way, he was justifying uh, by not understanding this correctly. From my point of view, he didn't understand this correctly, and according to that fact, he was in a way uh, justifying the some negative stuff in Islam itself. Um, so when he's trying to become maybe a bridge for Abrahamic religions, for Jewish, Christian, and Muslim faith, I think he definitely, when it comes to Islam, he needs to pay much more attention to what is negative in it, because we still have big problems with it in the West. And, rather than to simply accept what some apologetic preachers are saying. So this is just one example, but when you are asking where do I disagree, I would say that would be it.
What are his best arguments that helped you?
Yeah, it's a good question. Uh, his arguments, I would say that uh, that when he's saying that people should be more optimistic because life. Okay, no, let me rephrase this. When he's saying one true fact that life is suffering and that you should choose what will you sacrifice in your life, what will be your suffering in a way. I think this is one of his main arguments that won me over. And I think that is the argument that I'm considering right now in this phase of my life. Um, because this is the precise fact is, in a way, he is saying, follow your dream, but be very, very, as he says, be dead serious about it and choose your sacrifice in this suffering uh, in order to achieve that in your life. I think in the end, this is a great argument for the optimistic view on life, because we are all surrounded with negativity all over the place. And I think this is very optimistic view because it gives you the spark the divine spark in a way I can say that you need to for your dreams because this is so important today. So that would be uh, one of the best arguments he has.
Yeah, I remember that he was actually in Croatia, right? He was,
Yeah, that's true.
and
Very recent.
yeah, and the tickets like sold like immediately. So if we talk about influence, we can see from this point in Croatia, it was in Zagreb, right?
Not only in Zagreb, I think he is still having tours in entire Europe and I don't know which countries he was in UK, Greece, Denmark, something like that. But definitely, uh, his work in Canada cannot be limited only to Canada. He became a Western philosopher per
Hmm.
se, as I said, and according to that, he needs definitely to spread his message.
Yeah, well, we are actually out of time. Thank you, Ivan, for this,
Well,
for your opinion about Christian theology and J.B. Peterson. Uh, to our viewers, please leave our comments down below the video. The next week, we are going to talk in our main language, actually. We are going to talk about
mhm.
Croatia and the prosperity in the Europe Union and how Croatia can grow even higher. So please be with us as well, and I'll see you guys next week.